If you're over 60 and want to live with health, energy, and vitality for many more years, you need to watch this video all the way to the end. What I'm about to share with you could completely change the way you think about food after 60. And more than that, it could transform your quality of life in ways you never imagined. So before we continue, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss content like this, and share this with someone you love who needs to hear it today. Did you know that most people spend decades eating the wrong way and only notice the damage after they turn 60? Yes, exactly. And the worst part, many doctors still don't talk openly about the power certain foods have to reverse cellular aging, strengthen bones, protect the heart, and reignite the energy that seemed to have disappeared forever. But today, right here, you're going to discover 4 foods that science confirms as true guardians of health for anyone who has passed their 6th decade of life. And rest assured, these foods are simple, affordable, and probably closer to you than you think. Aging brings with it a series of profound changes in the body. Nutrient absorption decreases. Muscle mass begins to decline. Bones become more fragile. The immune system loses part of its strength. And the energy, that drive you had when you were 30 or 40, seems to fade away slowly without warning. But what most people don't know is that a large part of this decline is not inevitable. It can be slowed down, and in many cases reversed, with the right food choices. Are you ready to find out what those choices are? The first food you should never stop putting on your plate after 60 is the sweet potato. Yes, that same simple orange-colored vegetable that many people still underestimate, thinking it's just another carbohydrate. But do you really know the true power this tuber holds? Sweet potato is one of the richest sources of beta-carotene in existence, the precursor to vitamin A in the body. And why does that matter so much after 60? Because vitamin A is essential for eye health, for protecting the skin against accelerated aging, and most importantly for the functioning of the immune system. A single serving of sweet potato a day can provide more than double the recommended daily intake of vitamin A. That's real, concrete protection on your plate. But it doesn't stop there. Sweet potato is an extraordinary source of potassium, a mineral that many older adults are consuming in insufficient amounts. Potassium is essential for regulating blood pressure, and hypertension is one of the greatest silent enemies of health after 60. On top of that, this incredible vegetable is rich in soluble fiber, which feeds the good bacteria in your gut, regulates bowel movements, and helps control blood sugar levels, something extremely valuable for those who need to watch their glycemia. Can you imagine a single food doing all of that at the same time? Sweet potato does. And there's more. Sweet potato contains manganese, vitamin C, B vitamins, and powerful anti-inflammatory compounds. Chronic low-grade inflammation, the kind that stays in the body without clear symptoms, is now recognized by science as one of the main drivers of accelerated aging in diseases like Alzheimer's, arthritis, heart disease, and even certain types of cancer. Eating sweet potato regularly is like placing an anti-inflammatory shield in your body every single day. And best of all, it's delicious, versatile. It can be baked, boiled, or mashed, and still maintains its nutritional properties intact. Who would have thought such a simple food could be so powerful? The second food on this list is one that many people turn their nose up at, but that the world's leading longevity experts place at the very top of the nutritional pyramid for older adults. We're talking about sardines. Yes, sardines, that small fish that seems insignificant, but that carries one of the most impressive nutritional profiles in the entire animal kingdom. Did you know that sardines are one of the richest sources of omega-3 available in nature? And why is omega-3 so crucial after 60? The omega-3 found in sardines, especially EPA and DHA, plays a fundamental role in heart health, in reducing triglycerides, in protecting against cardiac arrhythmias, and in fighting systemic inflammation. But perhaps the most impressive effect of omega-3 is on the brain. DHA is literally one of the main structural components of the human brain. After 60, when the risk of cognitive decline begins to increase, consuming sardines regularly can be one of the most powerful strategies for protecting memory, concentration, and overall mental health. Wouldn't it be incredible to know that a simple can of sardines could be true brain food? But the surprises of sardines don't end there. This small fish is one of the richest dietary sources of bioavailable calcium, especially when eaten with the bones, which are soft and perfectly edible. After 60, osteoporosis becomes a real concern, and many people turn to calcium supplements without realizing that sardines offer this mineral in a far more efficient and natural way. Sardines are also rich in vitamin D, vitamin B12, selenium, and high-quality protein, exactly what the body needs to maintain muscle mass, which naturally tends to decrease with age. Science has already proven it. Preserving muscle after 60 is not an aesthetic issue. It's a matter of survival and independence. And sardines help you with that in a way that few foods can. The third food on this list is one that has divided opinions for generations. One that grandparents loved, that grandchildren reject, but that modern nutritional science is bringing back to the center of attention with increasing force. We're talking about beef liver. Have you ever stopped to think about why our ancestors treated liver as a prestigious food? Why traditional cultures around the world always reserved liver for the elderly, for pregnant women, and for those recovering from illness? The answer lies in the nutritional composition of beef liver, which is simply unmatched in the food world. Liver is the most nutrient-dense dietary source of vitamin B12 that exists. A single 100-gram serving can provide more than 3,000% of the recommended daily intake of B12. And why is that so important after 60? Because vitamin B12 deficiency is extremely common in older adults, far more than people realize, and its effects can be devastating. Extreme fatigue, muscle weakness, neurological problems, memory loss, depression, and even irreversible damage to the nervous system. How many people do you know who live exhausted, thinking it's just part of getting old? Perhaps what's missing is simply the vitamin B12 that liver offers in abundance. But beef liver isn't just about B12. It's one of the richest sources of heme iron, the type of iron that the body absorbs far more efficiently than iron from plant sources. Iron deficiency anemia in older adults is underdiagnosed and causes a dramatic drop in quality of life. Liver is also extraordinarily rich in preformed vitamin A, zinc, copper, folate, and coenzyme Q10, a compound vital for cellular energy production and heart health. Did you know that the human heart has one of the highest concentrations of coenzyme Q10 in the body, and that this compound decreases with age? Beef liver is one of the few dietary sources capable of meaningfully replenishing this nutrient. When was the last time you had liver on your plate? If you've made it this far, it's because you know that your health is the most precious thing you have. So right now, more than ever, leave your comment down below. Have you been eating any of these foods? Which one surprised you the most? Your experience can inspire others who are watching this video right now. And if you think someone you love needs to know this, share this video right now. You might be protecting someone's health today. The fourth and final food on this list is one that was unfairly demonized for decades. Accused of being a cholesterol villain, removed from the breakfasts of millions of people based on information that science has now completely overturned. We're talking about eggs. And the question that demands an answer is, do you still believe eggs are bad for you? If the answer is yes, what you're about to discover will completely change the way you think. Eggs are, without exaggeration, one of the most complete foods nature has ever produced. Each egg contains virtually all the essential amino acids in the ideal proportion for the human body, making its protein one of the highest biological quality available in any diet. After 60, when sarcopenia, the loss of muscle mass, begins to pose a real threat to independence and quality of life, consuming high-quality protein stops being an option and becomes a necessity. And eggs deliver that protein in an affordable, delicious, and highly efficient way. But what makes eggs truly extraordinary for the health of those over 60 goes far beyond protein. The egg yolk is one of the richest sources of choline, a nutrient essential for brain health that most people have never heard of. Choline is needed to produce acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter crucial for memory and learning. Serious scientific studies show that consuming adequate amounts of choline is associated with a lower risk of cognitive decline and dementia. And the vast majority of people, especially older adults, consume choline in amounts far below what is needed. 2 eggs a day can supply a significant portion of that requirement. Are you giving your brain the fuel it needs? Eggs are also rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, two carotenoids that concentrate in the retina and protect against macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in people over 60. They are rich in vitamin D, B vitamins, selenium, and essential fatty acids. And what about cholesterol? Science has firmly established that, for the vast majority of healthy people, the dietary cholesterol in eggs does not significantly raise cardiovascular risk. What truly threatens the heart is sugar, refined flour, and processed vegetable oils, not eggs. So why do so many people still fear this extraordinary food? Let's recap what you learned today. Sweet potato, with its anti-inflammatory power, its richness in beta-carotene, potassium, and fiber, is a true daily shield for your body after 60. Sardines, with their omega-3, calcium, vitamin D, and high-quality protein, protect the heart, strengthen bones, and nourish the brain in a way that few foods can match. Beef liver, with its incredible concentration of vitamin B12, iron, zinc, and coenzyme Q10, fights anemia, restores energy, and protects the nervous system. And eggs, with their complete proteins, choline, lutein, and essential vitamins, preserve muscle mass, care for your vision, and shield your brain against cognitive decline. 4 foods, 4 different powers. One common goal: to help you age with health, dignity, and tremendous vitality. The great trap of aging is not the passage of time, it's the persistence of misinformation. For decades, we were taught to fear foods like eggs, liver, and sardines. We were told to cut fat, reduce salt, avoid everything that tasted good. And the result? Generations of older people reaching their senior years with serious nutritional deficiencies, weak muscles, brittle bones, brains deprived of the nutrients they need, and energy at rock bottom. That's not fair. And it doesn't have to continue. You have the power to change that today with simple choices at the next grocery store you visit. So what is your next step going to be? Are you going to keep the same old routine, or are you going to give these 4 foods a real chance and discover for yourself how much they can transform your health? You don't need to change everything at once. Start slowly. Put a sweet potato on your lunch plate tomorrow. Open a can of sardines for dinner. Try some pan-fried liver over the weekend. Fry 2 eggs for breakfast. Small steps taken consistently produce enormous transformations over time. And time after 60 is far too precious to be wasted on choices that don't nourish, protect, and honor the body that has carried you this far. Before you go, I need to ask you one very important thing. If this video made sense to you, if it brought you new information, if it made you think differently about what you put on your plate, leave your comment down below right now. Tell me which of these 4 foods is already part of your life and which one you're going to start including. Your story matters, and it can inspire someone who is watching this video right now. Maybe a neighbor, a family member, a friend who is struggling with their health and needs exactly this information. Share this video with someone you love. Like it so this content can reach more people. And subscribe to the channel to receive more content like this every week. Because here, taking care of your health is a commitment we renew every single day. And you don't have to do it alone.